That's why I ask you today to pray for the church. Remember that Jesus selected 12, and one out of the 12 was a betrayer, was Judas. Now imagine by ratio, from all these thousands and thousands of priests and bishops, how many Judas we have. But because of that, we are going to lose the message. And that's why I always say, Jesus is like coming after the winter. And he has a big scissors, prunes. And he pruned his garden. And the more you prune your bush, you prune your tree, the more next year or that year, it's flower or make fruit. That is the same thing with us. Sometimes he has to prune a bishop. Sometimes he has to prune a priest. Sometimes he has to prune one of us, faithful to baptism. Because if we are not used for the church, we need to be taken out. Remember the story of the fig tree. Why you leave it there when we can put another tree who will give me fruit next time? My dear people, I ask you to pray. I ask you to pray in a very special way for our church. We pray in a special way in this time that we are going through a very dark times. Pray for the victims. These victims, as we heard when our Pope was in Malta, the 8 victims that he met at night, he met them at the Nunciatura. He met with them one by one. He cried with them when he heard their story. And look what they say. We are not here for money, but today we know that the church have an ear for us. When the Vicar of Christ welcome us and hear us, today I am reconciled with the church. It's not what we want, dear people, to heal the wounds and bring back. And that is exactly what Jesus is saying to his pastors. Either you feed my sheep, either you tend my lambs, either you feed my sheep, or you go wherever you want. Because one is the calling, and that is Jesus Christ, the High Priest, who is calling us and tell us the good news, that the Father so loved us, that he gave us his only Son. And whoever believes in him, the one who comes in the flesh, will have life and life eternal. Pray, dear people, for the priest. Don't think that we are having a picnic. Wherever you turn, either media, either papers, either internet, all are pointing to one direction. You, what we have done. And believe me, it is not very nice to hear. Pray for those who are victimized, that we reach out to them and give them the healing that they need. Pray for our young people, who really God is calling them to be chosen as religious and priests. But we need to put, as we say, the good ground, the good soil. We cannot expect miracles, dear people. God is not going to make miracles. God is going to give us what we have given him. And that's why we need good soil. We need good families. Today the family is being destroyed. The families have no union anymore. Jesus is not the center of the home. We see parents today, they are so, as we say, lost. Some of them even, they need themselves to be a catechist, and also to really reach out to them. How much sometimes they are lost in drinking, in drugs, and all kinds of better behavior. This is what we need. We need to bring the family to be the true family, the Christian family. That domestic church that the council speak of. That the church, that family is the domestic church. From there we begin. We cannot come here and give to each other what we never receive from there. Because everyone brings to community what he has received. As I bring to the priesthood what I have received. I give you what I know best. I don't give you what I don't know. And that is why sometimes we pretend and we expect miracles. We are all our feet here and humans. And that's why we need to pray for family. To be the good soil, so when the seed of vocation arrives in that family, that one of them is called by God, we will cultivate it. We'll pray for it. We'll bring it to a good environment. You say, Father, how can you talk about the environment? You open television today, and even a commercial, they have to bring something to excite you. If they want to sell a car, they want to bring a naked woman on a car. Is not the truth? That is what we are facing today. Morality is out the window. And that's why they point guns at the church, because we're supposed to present the highest morality of behavior. My dear people, today is Vocation Day. Pray for young people to really come to know the call of the Lord. Pray for our priest and make sure that you witness by your life, in your example that you said, that you have that intimacy with Jesus. Because once we have it with Him, I assure you, nothing can go wrong. But without that intimacy, everything falls. Without me, you can do absolutely nothing. God bless you.